Imagine this. You're watching your favorite fish swim around when something catches your eye. One of them looks like they swallowed a marble and forgot how to swim properly. Their scales are puffed up, they look bloated, and their energy is way off. That's not a food baby, folks. That might just be dropsy. Now, I know dropsy sounds like something your grandma might say when she trips over the cat, but in the aquarium world, it's no joke. If you've never dealt with this before, or you're in the middle of trying to figure out what's going on with your fish, stay tuned. This might just be the video that saves your little aquatic buddy. But first, let me make a quick pause here to invite you to join over 1,000 fish aficionados to our weekly cool and quick fish facts. Just go to aquariumsource.com/subscribe. I promise it won't smell fishy. Really, who teaches you about the honey gourami with a Brad Pitt gif? Okay, what is dropsy? Let's start with the basics. Dropsy isn't the name of a disease, it's actually a symptom. It's like your fish's way of saying, hey, I'm not okay. Something is seriously off in here. The word dropsy refers to swelling in the body caused by fluid buildup. Usually, this is the result of internal organ failure, kidney dysfunction, or bacterial infections, and that's when the fluids start to accumulate. So when your fish looks like it's been overinflated like a pool floaty, that's a red flag. But here's the tricky part. Dropsy isn't always easy to diagnose early. Most of the time, by the time you notice the signs, your fish has already been feeling terrible for a while. So if you've ever thought fish are low-maintenance pets, let me be the one to burst that bubble. Okay, so let's talk symptoms. This is where it gets real. If you're seeing one or two of these signs, don't panic yet. But if you're checking several off the list, then yeah, it's time to act fast. The most obvious symptom is bloating and, serious puffiness. Your fish will start to resemble a pinecone when viewed from above because their scales will stick out instead of laying flat. This is due to the internal pressure from fluid buildup. Another big one is lethargy. If your usually active guppy is now chilling at the bottom of the tank like it just pulled an all-nighter, that's a clue. Loss of appetite, clamped fins, and color fading are all on the symptom menu too. And just like us when we're not feeling great, fish with dropsy get irritable or isolated. You'll notice they don't swim much, and they avoid their usual hangout spots. If they start floating oddly or even upside down, that's a sign things have gotten serious. Now let's get into the root of the problem. What causes this nightmare in the first place? The short answer: stress, poor water conditions. Weak immune systems, a nasty mix of bacteria, and sometimes just bad luck. The long answer is this. Dropsy is usually caused by an internal bacterial infection, often Aeromonas. This bacteria lives in most aquariums naturally, but only becomes a problem when your fish are stressed out. And let's be real, most things stress fish out. Fast temperature changes, overcrowding, bullying, poor diet, dirty water, the list goes on. Think of it this way. Your fish are basically living in a tiny controlled ecosystem. If one element gets thrown off, it's like someone shaking up a snow globe and watching the chaos fly. This is where people usually start to panic. Do I have to treat the whole tank? Is everyone going to get it? Here's the deal. Dropsy itself isn't contagious, but the bacteria that cause it can be, especially in tanks with poor water quality or overcrowded conditions. If one fish is infected and your tank maintenance has been a bit meh, then other fish are at risk too. So even if only one fish looks sick, it's smart to treat the tank like something's going on. You don't have to throw out the whole setup, but you do need to act fast and smart. All right, now let's get to the part you really came here for. What do you do when you see dropsy happening in your tank? Step 1, move the sick fish into a quarantine tank. You want to isolate them so you can monitor symptoms more closely and avoid potential spread to healthy tank mates. Make sure this hospital tank has perfect water parameters and is stress-free. Maybe even add a little soothing music. I'm kidding, unless your fish are into that. Next, you'll need to medicate. The go-to treatment is antibacterial medication, something like Maricin 2, which targets internal infections. Add aquarium salt to reduce swelling and help the fish absorb medication better. Salt baths can also help. Just make sure you follow dosage instructions exactly. This is not the time for guesswork. It's also a good idea to feed your fish medicated food if they're still eating. That can help target the infection from the inside out. If they've stopped eating, that's a sign things are more advanced, but don't give up hope just yet. Throughout treatment, keep the lights low, the water clean, and the stress levels minimal. Your fish needs all the energy it can muster to fight this thing off. This is where I get to preach a little because, honestly, prevention is everything. When it comes to dropsy or any serious fish disease, your best weapon is good old-fashioned tank maintenance. Keep up with regular water changes. Use a reliable test kit to monitor ammonia nitrites and nitrates. Don't overstock your tank, and for the love of bettas, don't overfeed your fish. Excess food becomes waste, and waste becomes stress, and stress becomes a bacterial playground. A well-balanced diet also helps a ton. Think beyond flakes. Throw in some variety, like frozen or live food, to boost their immune systems. Fish get bored too, you know. Also make sure your tank is well aerated, well filtered, and has hiding places, so your fish feel secure. Happy fish are healthy fish. It really is that simple. Will my fish recover? This is the question everyone asks, and I wish I had a guaranteed answer. The truth is, it depends. If you catch dropsy early and start treatment immediately, there's a solid chance your fish will recover. But if the swelling is severe or the symptoms have been around for a while, recovery becomes a lot less likely. It's hard to reverse organ damage, especially in such tiny creatures. And I hate to say it, but sometimes the kindest thing you can do is ease their suffering. That's never an easy decision, but part of being a responsible aquarist is knowing when to let go. Don't beat yourself up if you lose a fish to dropsy. It happens even to the most experienced fish keepers. Use it as a learning experience and commit to making your tank conditions better going forward. Let's talk real life. I'll be honest, the first time I saw dropsy, I panicked. I had no idea what I was looking at, and by the time I figured it out, it was too late. That fish didn't make it. But the next time I spotted the signs early, I jumped into action and I saved my betta. That moment made me realize how powerful it is to just know what you're dealing with. So I'm here passing that along to you. Learn what dropsy looks like and don't wait to act. And hey, if you've dealt with this before, drop your experience in the comments. Maybe someone else will read it and save their fish because of you. Final thoughts. So let's recap. Dropsy is not a death sentence, but it is serious. It's not contagious in the way a cold is, but the conditions that cause it can quickly affect your whole tank. It shows up when you least expect it, but with the right care, quick action, and a little hope, you might just pull your fish through. Remember, your fish rely on you. You're their whole world. Their water, their food, their peace of mind, it all starts with you. So stay informed, stay consistent, and don't ignore the signs. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, so YouTube knows we're doing something right. Subscribe for more fish keeping advice, aquarium tips, and a little laughter along the way. And let me know in the comments what topic you want me to cover next. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time, right here in the Fish Zone.